What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome to the Sooner Surge Double Trouble. The Sooners lose tonight in a game that inexplicable to lose this game, Jay.
It's not inexplicable to lose the game. That's not it. It's the way
they lost.
You can't turn the ball over 6 times and beat anybody, let alone a top 15 team in the nation. And hey, I'll say it. Jackson Arnold had some mistakes tonight. I don't think anybody can deny that. He had some mistakes, but they were getting ready to go up 31-13 if Farouk done fumble the ball for the second time tonight. And hey, Jalil Farouk is better than that. The fumbles, it's ridiculous. He's went downhill this year, and you got to know better if you're in the – how come Drake Stoops doesn't fumble the ball? When he gets hammered in the head, gets drilled, he hangs onto the ball. And you got to help Arnold out there. Farouk, maybe his head's not in. I don't know, but 2 fumbles tonight. He's had ball security issues all year, Jeremy. Admit it. Security issues.
Hey, Jay, no one's going to tell me this. I've been off of Farouk's wagon all year. I'm not a fan. Haven't been a fan. No, just a second. Haven't been a fan. The offensive line was pitiful. People said, why didn't they run the ball more? The offensive line, they held every play. Jackson Arnold, fact of the matter, yes, he made some bad plays. The guy made some unbelievable plays, and with an abysmal offensive line, still accounted for over 400 yards of offense. OU got 570 yards and lost the game.
Hey, here's the deal, and I see a lot of people on here. We got serious issues. Listen.
No,
I'm not a sunshine pumper at all, and I'm not going to sunshine pump it. Awful tonight. But you do have serious issues if next year you're starting Caleb Schaefer and Troy Everett. If those two are starting on the O-line, OU's got massive problems. And I'll say this, the O-line was awful tonight. Awful in most part. And I don't think you can not expect it with what they had going out there tonight. It was a patchwork offensive line. I can't put it all on Bill Bedenbow for that aspect. But I can say this. With the way Caleb Schaefer and Troy Everett were performing, I don't understand why Bates and Heath Azida didn't get in at all. See what you got. I mean,
Jay, we all week we talked about how small Everett was. He couldn't hold it. We said that all week. We thought Bates would be starting. It wasn't. The second thing, this Farouk thing, when he says he most likely going to be at OU next year, look, didn't even sound like he was in it then. They shouldn't have even played the guy. The play where they had Petaway, Thompson, Freeman, 2 straight plays, they benched all the other guys they scored. Now, that's not it, but for everyone to be bashing the defense, can you stop a second? Because OU had held Arizona to about 30 yards of offense in the second half until the fumble, until Farouk's play.
Yeah, that was a big momentum changer in the game. Huge momentum changer. And I saw Tone Loke, I agree with you on the play calls down there, 3 in a row run game. That was bad when they kicked the field goal. But you can't say Luttrell was not aggressive. He was very aggressive, putting it in Arnold's hands. And Arnold's had some mistakes. Listen, he's a freshman, first start of his career. I think you can expect it. He also has had some wow moments. We can admit that. But you got to have guys help out. And Jalil Farouk's got to help out. The D, I thought, played good enough to win the game for the most part until almost – you can't say they gave up. But once it broke, it was kind of over. And Drake Stoops played a heck of a game. Drake Stoops is a baller. The guy's so emotional, getting his head lit up out there and still catching the ball and playing as good as he did. Nick Anderson played a pretty good game, had an amazing catch. And I don't know, guys. Cracker Mac. BV, we don't know yet. I think the jury's out. He may not be yet. I mean, we don't know until probably next year after the SEC.
Hey, for all the people who are sitting here ripping on Jackson Arnold, you're ridiculous. I'm going to say you're ridiculous because, honestly, he had the one interception was tipped, okay? OU had too many turnovers, but the offensive line was atrocious, dude. I can count on my hand 5 to 10 plays where he sidestepped a blitzer that, I'm sorry, anyone else would have been sacked.
Hey, Arizona knew the OU's O-line was patchwork. They were bringing people all night, okay?
Hey, just a second. I wanted Jackson Arnold over Dylan Gabriel. I don't care. I'll admit it. Dylan Gabriel wouldn't have been good tonight with that offensive line, period.
Yeah, listen, Jalil Farouk's fumbles alone were 14 points because they were driving on both to the 10-yard line. 14 points.
Yeah, I mean, Jason, Farouk 100% by himself lost in this game because OU was going up 31-13. The game was over.
Hey, Mess, you say no running game. Sausage had about 150 almost, 140. Did he not?
Sawchuk had 150.
I thought Sausage. Hey, if you want to talk about no running game, OU dominated the defensive line for OU shut them down to, I think they probably had 20 yards rushing. Is that at one point in the fourth quarter they had 13-yard rushing? So OU shut them down on the running game as well. I don't know what that comment means. The defense was garbage. I disagree. I don't think it was garbage. I think it was bad in spots tonight. I guess 100% agree it was bad in spots. I would agree with that.
They only had like 380 yards of offense, and most of that was in the first quarter.
Yeah. Hey, appreciate that. Your five head. Appreciate the super. Where are the casuals who actually thought Jackson should start? Hey, listen.
Right here.
Hey, Jeremy's one of them, and I'll say this: I never said he should start over DG this year. I did not say that. I said DG had a great year. I think Jackson Arnold's a better quarterback than DG. I think he will be. I think he'll be a better quarterback. I admit he made mistakes tonight. I think that's obvious. He's also a freshman, okay? And he's going to have to go through some growing pains, and he's probably going to go through growing pains next year in the SEC. But you got to help him out a little bit. You got to give the guy some O-line. I mean, you need some help at offense line. They got to go get another guy to the border.
Jay, I agree. Did Cannon get hurt?
I didn't see Cannon much in the second half. Hey, I'll say this, though. Defensively, they were trying a lot of different things. They were moving guys in and out. They were blitzing a lot. Dolby had a great game. I thought they had 10 tackles for loss, probably 3 or 4 sacks. I mean,
hey,
this is on the offense. The offense it's on the offense tonight. 6 turnovers, guys, on the offense.
I'm sorry. I'm going to rip some people on here. He's going to sit here and say, need a quarterback who isn't a statue. Arnold ran for about 60 yards. He sidestepped about 7 sacks that he could have got hammered on. Some of you guys don't know what good football is. I mean, the offensive line could not block. I don't know what he was supposed to do.
I agree with this, Chief Two-Bird. That could be a good combo. And there's other guys. I mean, the receivers are fine too, except I'm going to say it. Jalil Farouk, this year, he was probably the most underperforming guy on the whole team. Would you agree?
I would.
He was wide receiver 1. He was not playing like wide receiver 1 this year.
I agree. And someone on here just said the defense. The defense was horrible tonight. First off, OU had 7 turnovers or 6, Jay?
6.
6 turnovers. And the fact of the matter is the second and third quarters and most of the fourth, Arizona could not move the ball on OU. Is that a fact?
Hey.
That's a fact. Wait, I'm not done. Second of all, if OU would have scored on the possession where Farouk fumbles, not only did it fumble, they intercept it. They go all the way with it, which adds insult to injury. But if OU scores there and goes up 31-13 and ends up winning that game 38-13, everyone's talking great about Jackson Arnold and great about the defense. Jalil Farouk lost him the game on that play, period.
Hey, Jeremy, I'll say this. Jen Kane, I don't know why we didn't see Bates. I thought he should have got in there over Everett. Everett was getting bullied around there for a little bit. And, Jeremy, I'll say this about Jackson Arnold. Jackson Arnold made 3 horrific throws. They were interceptions. Horrific, okay? And
actually, the last one wasn't
I
horrific.
would turn that around.
By the linebacker.
If that was DG, a lot of people would have been all over Arnold in those. So I do think there's a little bit of a
to say we should be in the Conference USA, this is ridiculous.
Here's what I'll say about this. It's a bowl game that you can't get too overhyped and too down on it, okay? I will say that. Agree. You cannot say it because of the guys they were playing. They had guys – I don't see any chance Caleb Schaefer and Troy Ever are starting next year, okay? You had to make work with what you had on offensive line. I do think we are also jumping the gun a little bit on Jackson Arnold. Yes, 3 horrific throws, horrific. I also think first career start with a new offensive coordinator. It's not just going to be perfect tonight, guys.
And look, 2 comments I'll get to. Jen Kane. over 10 tackles for losses tonight, and sacks were way up. This is the best pressure we've had on a quarterback against maybe the best offense OU's played all year. So I think to honestly, 6 turnovers and still hold them to what, 38 points is actually pretty impressive. The first quarter was horrible. They didn't score anything until it was 13 points, all in the first quarter. Nothing until the Farouk fumble. And I agree, Chuck. It is a team sport. I'm talking emotionally here. I'm a little upset, okay? I apologize, but that play was the turning point in the game. If you can't admit that, there's something. If you can't admit that was the turning point, it obviously was.
Hey, Chief T-Bird, I love this comment. I actually said it to my son tonight, and he said it back to me. That's what I mean. This game was kind of a glorified scrimmage with what you had thrown out there, and it's Jackson Arnold's first game. It's Seth Luttrell's first game coaching the offense. It's not going to be pretty as we think it should be. We can't expect this was also, let's not forget, Arizona's a top 15 team. You're not playing Popcorn University.
Lori, you're wrong here. I'm just going to flat out say it. I appreciate you being on air every night, but this is wrong. Competition, Jackson Arnold threw for almost 400 yards. Yes, he had 3 picks. The line was horrible tonight. You have a new coordinator. What do you guys expect? 500 yards and no interceptions? We knew there would be growing pains.
Yeah, let's get to this one. House money predictions. Hey, we really do appreciate the
Jay, can you show
money.
that? Can you show that on the screen?
It's for some reason it's not letting me. Let me go back. Can you read it? It says, don't let them stress you, bro. The defense did enough, and the team looked like a squad led by a true freshman. We needed this to happen. We now have film of how to give a game. That's right. House money. Love. Appreciate that again. Like I said, love that. And yeah, you got to give this time. You got to give Arnold time too. This is his first start, guys. Crystal, we really appreciate you, Crystal, as always.
Crystal's questioning whether BV is the guy, Jay. They basically ran him out of town in 2013. Now he's the head coach. Crystal's saying, you know, how much of this is on BV here?
And listen, Crystal, it's a point that you have to think about, okay? Because yes, this is going in his 3rd year now. Now this team improved this year, 10-3. Okay, we'll see what happens next year. Ashik, hey Crystal, thanks for the super. Ashik, back at you, thanks for the super as well. Bright spot for tonight. More than 300 folks on this chat. Thanks, Ashik, and thanks for all the people. Really appreciate that as always. BV is not a head coach. Jimmy, I disagree with that right now. Okay, I do, and we'll see. I think the story's you still got to wait and see. I don't think you can say that yet after 2 years. I think that's kind of a. I think some of you guys maybe overreacting a little bit. Okay.
Obviously, Jay. Look, BV again.
It is a question, though, Break. I agree. It's a question.
You can ask that question now. I think OU was prepared. Now, the first quarter was some big time growing pains on both things, but they settled down. They played really elite defense for the second and third quarter. Had that interception for a touchdown not happened, OU might have won going away. They had Arizona's number on everything.
Yeah, infidel. Offensive line was horrific. Okay. John Russell, this is not an overreaction. What's not?
I think John Russell is saying Jackson Arnold's not it.
And hey, I'm not. I mean, watching him throw the ball tonight, I'm not going to say he's not it. I think yes. He did not read a couple of coverages very good at all. And
hey,
I also think you got to give him and Seth Luttrell a little bit of time. I mean, Seth Luttrell was not calling plays this year. So that's the truth.
Hey, the other thing.
Mess. Everett he was breathing so heavy on the sideline. I can't believe he did not come out of the play for Bates. He was not ready for that, bro.
Jay, the whole bashing of Jackson Arnold, I don't understand. The comparing him to Brent Rawls.
Bad take. Sooners to win. Love that you're always on there. Appreciate it. Bad take. I can't say Jackson Arnold's Brent Rawls. Are we kidding? Are we kidding ourselves here? What is the deal? I mean,
did Brent Rawls throw for 400 yards in a bowl game? Did Hudson Card? And guys, you're idiotic if you don't think that OU had 5 linemen. They were rushing 3. We couldn't protect. We had to hold 3 guys. OU had 5. That's not BV. That's bad linemen, guys. Beat him. Should have played the young guys.
Let me talk about something on the O-line. Andrew Rain opted out for the NFL. Tyler Guyton opted out. Those are your 2 best linemen, okay? And you got Sexton, Everett, and who am I missing? Schaefer. Come on. I mean, that is, guys, You can't expect much from that, can you?
No, you can't. Look,
I think we're fools. I was a fool. I was a fool before the game. But
Jay, I actually, if Jackson Arnold threw the 2 picks early and then never settled down, I would be agreeing with some of you guys. He totally settled down and played amazing. Uh, and the interception for a touchdown was not him. That was Farouk. And the play to Anderson in the corner of the end zone was the best play, maybe arguably all year by an OU quarterback.
yeah, that was a great play. I mean, he's got talent. I don't think there's any arguing he's got talent.
He's going to be special, dude.
What?
He's going to be really special.
I think he is. And Jose, you know what, the SEC, I don't know what they're thinking right now, but I also think that I think we don't want to overreact to this. Yeah, there was some horrible negative things from today's game. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and sunshine puppet. I'm not going to sit here and tell you Jackson Arnold's going to be number 1 draft pick. I don't know. Okay. But to get this hyped up over one game where he looked good and bad, there was both. He looked good. He looked bad. There was both of it. Okay.
Jay says staring down the receivers. I actually thought he scanned the field a lot and stayed in the pocket.
Jay's right on the interceptions. He stared down big time.
Well, the last interception was a great play. The linebacker, they probably should have just lobbed it instead of rifling it. But
Sawchuk looks really good, Braden. Really good. Loved the way Sawchuk looked.
Yeah.
Hunter, can you go back to Timothy's super chat? We missed
Hunter.
it.
It's not letting us put the super chats up there for some reason.
Jackson Arnold had great moments and terrible moments. He played like a freshman. Agreed, Chief Taylor. I mean, that's all you can say. True freshman. I mean, that's all you can say about it. I'm trying to fix that, Jeremy. I'm trying, bro. Yeah, 6 holding penalties. Offensive line was atrocious. Yeah, Brent Rawls. Let's stop comparing that. Hey, wait. I got to go to something here. I'm trying to catch up with these. Hunter, I'm trying to catch up with these. I can't see it now, but something about Farouk. I don't know. Hunter, are you on here? If you're on here, there you go. Hunter's on here. Maybe he can help roll these chats. Yeah, Avery Johnson is a true freshman, Mike Hawk. I mean,
well, why are we comparing Avery Johnson to Jackson Arnold?
I don't know why we're comparing that. Yes, I agree, Jen Kane. People are kind of overthinking this right now.
It's ridiculous. Jackson Arnold accounted for over 400 yards. The turning OU wins the game if they don't allow the interception for a touchdown when Farouk fumbles the ball. Period. Jason, is there anyone on this chat right now that thinks OU loses the game if Farouk doesn't fumble that ball?
I don't know. There might be, Jeremy.
And Timothy, you're right. After kicks, OU's D played great. The defense wasn't the issue. Second and third quarter, it was elite. Too many turnovers, guys. Too many penalties. 8 holding penalties.
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah, Hunter's trying to display as many as we can. Hey, 3 targets forced to Stoops for interceptions.
Yeah, those were early on. Hey, early on, Jackson Arnold was rattled. Okay. And then I thought he got it together. And ran off a lot of completions in a row. And I thought they were going to go up 31-14, 31-13. And then it just kind of snowballed on them and it went south. It went really bad. So here we go. Let's get into this one. I think he's putting them up there now.
Can you put the Josh Crenshaw one up there, Hunter? There it is. Not attacking the kid at all, but Farouk needs it. Look, Josh, thanks for the super. Appreciate you, bud. Have I been saying this for about how long, Jay? How long have I been saying Farouk needs to be gone?
A while.
I just don't get it. And Jay, you know what else I'm going to point out tonight? I don't think the receivers helped Arnold out at all when he was scrambling and sitting in the pocket. They're not used to that. I promise you. Dylan Gabriel did not give you that. He was sitting back in the pocket forever looking for people and they couldn't get open.
Yeah, House Money Productions, appreciate it again, man. Y'all act like BB and gang didn't take over a dumpster fire. Staff is legit. Agree. And what they have coming in the recruiting class is legit. Defensive line wise, all of it. BB's a great coach, and I'm saying Bill Beatenbow, but you can't expect him to throw guys in there like Everett and these guys and just expect them to be all pro guys. I mean, let's face facts.
Yeah.
And you got Seth Luttrell up in the booth, hasn't been up in the booth, hasn't called anything all year. In 3 years, he hasn't been an OC. It's going to take a little bit of time. Freshman quarterback, too.
You guys are kidding. Hey, you guys are kidding yourself if you think 6 turnovers OU is going to win the game. But I want to get to this comment about someone said something about Jackson Arnold baking cookies in the pocket and sitting back there. I think next year he's going to run the ball a lot more. I think he would have run the ball a lot more tonight. They didn't want to run him much.
I agree. And yeah, you're right. You're right. Hopefully Farouk goes to Oregon. Who knows where Farouk's going to go? But
he may
David's
stay at
right.
OU, Jay.
David's right. We're not going to run Jackson Arnold off here, guys. It's ridiculous. I mean, freshman, true freshman.
Jackson Arnold was really good tonight with a couple of bad passes. I don't know what you guys watched tonight. Did you not watch the same game?
No, he had a lot of turnovers, Jeremy.
I said a couple bad throws.
Okay, he had a lot of bad throws.
A lot is not a couple.
He had turnovers. Period. That's bad.
That's what I'm talking about. He ran for his life the whole night.
That's bad, but you know what? I expected him to have a couple turnovers tonight. I didn't expect 6 from the team, but Farouk's got to be better, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe Farouk doesn't leave, but if he doesn't leave, he should not be playing. Well, I agree, Richard. You do learn that in high school, but let's be honest. He sat in the pocket. You got to admit tonight, Jackson Arnold was in the pocket way more and patient than Dylan Gabriel was all year. And Dylan Gabriel never faced this type of pressure. So you can't compare the two. Dylan Gabriel never faced this type of pressure.
Hunter, you on here? I think we got Hunter joining. Hey, Crystal, play on repeat our recruiting.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you, Hunter.
What's up, guys?
You were there. Just kind of tell us what your thoughts are.
Rough game. Terrible start. I don't even know what to describe the offensive line play as. Very bad. 2 positions in particular. Sorry if there's a glare in the hotel room. Not many places for me to do it. Anyhow, man, the fumbles from Joel Farouk killed. Plain and simple.
14 points.
Yeah, it was, the first one was a unreal throw from Jackson Arnold. That's completely just ignored now because of the negative part of the play. And then at the end of the game, or third quarter, that was a 14-point swing on that one play right there because they're driving the way the game was going. You're going to go up 31-13 there, and then just like that, it's 24-21 as they get the pick 6 and 2-point conversion. So I know there's a lot of overreactions in some areas. I heard a lot of fans saying, and you guys wanted to run off DG, which is just
Were there a lot of fans there saying that?
Yes, on the way out, there was a lot, a whole lot. And again, there might have been a substance mixed into that kind of reaction, but man, it was shocking to me to hear that from so many people.
Yeah. Let's get to House Money Productions here again. Thanks, House Money. We really appreciate you. There's a reason why BB called our fan base when he came home. Our fans are spoiled brats that don't know how to deal with adversity. Listen, hey, it is. OU's a monster. OU fans are monsters. It is. And let me go back to something. Thanks for that. I appreciate that. Hey, let me go back to something real quick. Jeremy, you said Arnold had a couple bad throws. Yeah, he had more than a couple. I agree. He had quite a few more than a couple. Okay, but I will say this too. I think probably the worst thing that Jackson Arnold did today in his game was there was a lot of times, and I think they were trying to simplify things a little bit with running 1 or 2 receivers out because he would just throw the ball into the ground when he could have took off running a few times. He would just chunk it down and throw it down. I think that's just freshman, man. It's got to learn. He's got to learn. That's all it is. We don't need to be running the guy out of town.
Yeah, some of that, though, like of him throwing it away when he could run it, I think it will be a little different next year when you have a
Yes.
backup behind him because
Absolutely.
I'm sure Jackson Arnold knew if he goes down, I mean, there's not really an option behind him. Michael Hawkins is not allowed to play into the bowl game, and then you're going down to Davis Bevel or General Booty as the backups behind him. You don't have that luxury of maybe getting an injury there. Tebow got the last laugh.
Come on, guys. Get off here if you're going to say stuff like that.
Hey, Jay.
That's weak.
Terrible loss tonight for sure for the Sooners, but last time I checked, 10-3 is much better than 8-5.
Hey,
bad
Hunter,
year though. Bad year.
Hunter.
They should not have lost 3 games with this schedule.
Agree.
Hey, guys, if I'm Jaden Gibson, if I'm Jaden Gibson, I'm out. If Farouk stays, I'm done. I'm not staying around.
He got his first career start tonight, so
yeah. But the second thing I'll say is all the people's talking about DG and stuff. DG did lose to Kansas and OSU with a perfect offensive line. And I'm sorry, if OU's offensive line was intact tonight, this isn't in the game. And this Arizona team was good. And OU's defense actually played better than I thought against them. So I don't know what I'm going to talk about some positives. R. Mason Thomas was really good tonight. Canick figured things out tonight. Kip Lewis was good tonight mostly. Peyton Bowen did not play well, but played a lot. RSJ played really well. Stripling even got in there. I thought PJ Adebawore did things when he got in there. So let's just stop. And the whole Jackson Arnold and Brent Walls and Hutchin Card, you're idiotic if you're going to sit there and say that.
Chuck's right though. He's so hyped up that, I mean, if he has a bad game like this, what happens? We got to see. I mean, he is a 5-star quarterback, highly recruited. He started 1 game, guys. 1 game. Okay,
yeah, Sooner fan, I'm with you. I don't think DG makes a difference in this game.
No.
I respect what Dylan Gabriel did for the program, but with that offensive line, with those just errors made from wide receivers, drops, fumbles, all of that, it's pretty much impossible to win a game like that.
Fred,
I don't know what Aaron Nolan is talking about.
Hey, wait. Let me answer Fred's real quick.
Get off here, Aaron, if you're going to talk like that.
You guys not agree SEC is going to kick her butt? I don't know, Fred. We're going to find out next year. I think this recruiting class coming in is really good, and we'll see. I think the story's still out. I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that.
Hey, Drake Stoops is all-time one of the best Sooners there ever is, Braden. Everyone's going to miss that guy. He was talking trash and dishing it out, taking hits.
Yeah, SEC is solely going to depend on what does the offensive line look like. I know 2 of the starters, from tonight will not be here next year. But again, if there's 2 of the starters that started tonight, if there's not big time improvements made, it's going to be a long year for Sooners fans.
Hey, I got to say something about Chief T-Bird. First off, thanks so much, Chief. Appreciate you as always. He's one of them being really level-headed on here right now. He made some great points. So I'm going to read this comment. Doesn't seem like it now, but this game will be good for us in the long run. Arnold saw real action against physical man-to-man coverage that's common in the SEC. Turnovers took away a 3 touchdown. Hey, great point. That's about as level-headed as you can say about this game. Yes, there were mistakes. Yes, it wasn't pretty. But let's think about it. It's a good learning experience. Let's move on. Seth Luttrell will have all off season with Jackson Arnold. Things will look better next year when you start the season. So, great point. And
let me talk to the point about the guy who said he's from same state as Farouk. I'm not here to bash Farouk as a kid. Okay, I appreciate Farouk. He's been a pretty good Sooner. He was loyal to the team. He did have 2 turnovers. Someone said he only had 1 turnover. He had 2 turnovers tonight. One of them was an interception. It was ruled an interception originally. It was changed to a fumble. Fumble for a touchdown. Game changer. That's all I'm saying. He's had 2 touchdowns all year. He hasn't been as good as anyone thought he was going to be.
There's been a lot of big-time errors with Joel Farouk this year in the fumbling department. You had the massive return against Tulsa, fumbled it, and then you had the lineup at running back against Kansas in a critical moment of the game and a fumble there as well.
Hey, and somebody already said it. JB said it, and then we just had a Super Bowl said it about a quarterback coach. I do think, and we talked about this before the hire, guys, all 3 of us said that was our main concern with Seth Luttrell being the OC was what about quarterback coach? And we'll see if something comes of that. I mean, I don't know.
Greg,
again, I think it's a little.
you're talking out of emotion here to say you're going to sit here and turn it off, complete debacle, whatever. I thought there was a lot of good things tonight. A lot of good things.
Yeah, I know there's going to be people questioning like that last Super about the quarterback coach situation. Again, I think this is way too early to question anything like that. This is the first game of Seth Luttrell, not even running his offense. You're running the Jeff Lebby offense with just Seth Luttrell calling the plays. Give him an off season, and then let's see next year, and then we can maybe come back to that and start questioning the quarterback coach situation if need be.
Hey, and Crystal, appreciate the Super as always. She says we're spoiled brats because we're the University of Oklahoma. We're supposed to kick ass. Anything less is a failure. Stop with the excuses. Hey, I don't have excuses, Crystal. It was a bad performance in a lot of areas today. But I do think you can't just jump off the deep end here and say Jackson Arnold sucks. He needs to be gone. BV needs to be gone. I think that's kind of a little over the top, in my opinion.
Yeah, there's a lot of over the top, and I know a lot of people, I've seen them, the comments rolling in from when I've been able to watch it, heard people in the stadium saying it, questioning BV if he's the right guy or not. I think BV in the long run is going to be the right guy. Now, I do think it is time to start questioning some of the game management decisions.
Agree.
The first half, all timeouts were used, kind of killed a drive at the end of the half. Second half, you had 2 timeouts gone like that. You just, this is game number 26 for Brent Venables as a head coach. Mistakes like that can't be happening repeatedly, and at times they just continue to get worse and worse with some of those game management decisions.
Hey, and a couple things I want to talk about. I think Tolly Walker's a Sooner. I think Tolly Walker is going to be here next year. The fact that he played that much, don't you think, Hunter, they're going to give him a scholarship?
I think they should. I don't know. I don't. The whole thing is weird. I feel like he was. I know it's sometimes hard for scholarships to be handed out in the middle of the season and all that, but it's someone like Tolly Walker with the year that he's had. I feel like he should be the one when you see, especially right now, is when those scholarships start rolling in. Like, we should be seeing a video from OU football from a team meeting him getting a scholarship, if you ask me, with how well he's played this year, the adversity he's battled to just be, when they've needed him, make the plays that need to be made, and really has been a good backup option to Gavin Sawchuk over the past, 5 games or so.
Yeah, and look, Mez, Freeman is on scholarship. I think Walker will get one, but people on here saying BV should be fired and Gundy should be the head coach. Stop it. Second of all, everyone on here who's saying they should have run the ball 50 times obviously wasn't watching the game, because they drove right down their throat, and Farouk fumbled the ball for no one was saying run the ball when Jackson Arnold was throwing the ball down their throat. So you can't base it on that they didn't score there, so they should have run it. Just, you could play that game all night long. Take care of the football and you win the game going away, period.
Yeah,
and we're talking about how great people are.
We're trying to keep as many comments going as we can, guys. Yeah,
you're
the
right.
fumbles, the truth.
Too many fumbles, too many interceptions.
Hey, Jeremy, how many games have you watched a team have 6 turnovers and win the game? I mean, probably doesn't happen very often.
I don't know of a team that's won with 6 turnovers when the opposing team didn't have just as many.
Hey,
and Oklahoma
Johnson
was very close to winning tonight with all of those mistakes.
Yeah, and Jay Johnson, I'm not saying BV's managed the clock well. I'm not saying that. I think he is the right guy for the job. I'm not saying you fire the guy for that. And 405, boy, you're right. He's a freshman. Geez is right. The people on here are saying he can't play football, did not watch the game tonight. They're talking just because they're angry. They didn't watch this game. He made some elite throws, that next level throws as a freshman.
Hey.
He came back from adversity even. And if they don't hold, hey, wait, it's 31-24. OU's driving. Stoops makes a heck of a catch on the ground. We're past midfield holding. I mean, yeah, they could have had a game-tying drive right there.
But that call was so frustrating because it was blatant holding, but the fact that it wasn't thrown after the catch was made, you're starting to move the chains, all of that. That's very frustrating of a penalty there.
Hey, but that's been the case all year. They've made mistakes like that. And yeah, the comment about Mike Norvell is right. People are wanting him gone, okay? So let's just chill a little bit on this. But I will say this: the O-line, the O-line's going to have to make a huge improvement next year going to the SEC. It's going to have to be way better. And
Hey, I know what Flying High is saying here. BV didn't call some of those timeouts. Jackson Arnold did. I think there was like at least 2 that he called. But
He messed up.
it still falls on the head coach. That is a game management thing that it's been the issue all year. Today, yes, Jackson Arnold called it twice, but there was also a lot of audibles trying to be called. If you're watching him looking over to the sideline, trying to get another call in from Joe John Finley. Again, it just comes back to the game management issues that have been the issues for the past 26 games here at Oklahoma.
Hey, Infidel, that is getting lost in all this. The front seven was really good. I mean, they got pressure. They got pressure, and they stopped the run really good.
It was arguably the best. It was arguably the best it's been all year. And look, the Farouk plays, they were massive. They were game changers because they both happened within the 10 or 15-yard line. OU about to score on both of those. On the first one, Farouk made a good play, but there's 6 guys surrounding him. Just go down. Just go down.
Hey,
Same with the second one.
Hey, Marcus, great comment. Appreciate you joining tonight. Turnovers are the bottom line. This kid is going to be fine. We need to learn and move on. That's right. Now, next year, if he's turning the ball over a lot like this, can't happen. Can't happen. So,
yeah, I agree.
What are your guys' thoughts on this one? Danny Stutzman and Billy Bowman have regret.
No, zero. You can't base that off. Guys, I've talked for the last 2 weeks. I thought this bowl game, if you're watching any of these bowl games, other than the experience for the guys going down there, the game itself, it's not going to make somebody either stay or go. I don't think. I don't think anything like that.
Aaron, you do realize Arizona was the favorite, right?
Jeez. Yeah, Arizona is now on a 7-game win streak. Brent Venables called them possibly the best team Oklahoma has faced all year. Arizona is a very, very good football team. They were a few plays away from playing in the Pac-12 championship, and who knows how that could have went. Would have got another shot against Washington.
Hunter, let me get to this. House Money Productions, you're awesome. We really appreciate you. BB may be allowing too much trust in this stuff. I will say this. If he's allowing, and I've always thought this, if you're allowing the offensive coordinator and the wide receiver coach and the running back coach, if you're allowing them to pick the exact players that are playing in what situation, I think that could be I think that should fall solely on the offensive coordinator and the head coach. I can understand Emmett Jones may have an opinion of who he wants to play in there in certain situations, but if they're making all the decision, I don't like that part of it. Do you?
Tanya, I don't either, Jay. I think BV sometimes is a little loyal to the staff. I'll say that. That's part of the issue. But Tanya, super. Thanks so much as always. I want to get to a comment here about someone's comparing OSU trash 2 team. Whatever, dude. I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
You just acknowledged it, dude. Why?
Rick, because there's so many comments. Rick, I agree. They should have played Arnold more this year, even in mop-ups, even in games like, get him a series every now and then. But this was his game for experience. So, I mean, I think this helps OU for next year. I still think that, and I'm going to say that. Don't you think?
I agree. John says, understand, guys, I am a real fan. I don't get worked up about a lot. Just call out what I see. Don't want to see any coach fired behind this. You're right. This is one game ahead in the SEC. And I'll say this. Hey, with that same comment, John, you can sit here and be negative about what happened tonight. There was some bad things that happened, okay? It was bad. Offensive line, bad. Jackson Arnold during the game sometimes, bad. He also had some great moments. Jalil Farouk, bad. What else? Some of the pass coverage on defense, bad. That receiver tore OU up, bad. I mean, there are some bad things. But to say Jackson Arnold should be gone, Brent Venables fired, I mean, that's a joke. That's unbelievable. And guys, what OU has on the defensive line coming in next year, what I watched with this defensive line, I'm grinning ear to ear with what we got coming in. Okay.
Hey, Sooners to win. You've been on this show all the time. I'm not a sunshine pumper. I'm just saying tonight, 6 turnovers to even be in the game is pretty wild for me. And someone just called me out. I believe it was Chuck. Who does that? No one does. No, I'm not talking about playing him in games when the game was close. I'm talking about he played the first 3 games of the year and then never really saw any time after that. I think Jackson Arnold's going to be very, very good. Elite, actually. Heisman contender.
Chief T-Bird, appreciate it, man. Really do. Hey, let's get to that question.
Brennan Thompson was awesome. He got hurt.
Hey, can you read that, Chief T-Bird, there?
Yeah, some of these fans crack me out. How about a couple positives? Brennan Thompson, Kip Lewis, massive potential, defensive stout when not defending against 6 turnovers. Everything about that was right. Chief T-Bird, you're right on cue there. Thanks for the super. And look, Brennan Thompson was unbelievable.
Yeah, he only had 2 catches, but they were elite.
He got hurt.
Yeah, I agree. And Kip Lewis did have a great game in the second half. I mean, he played outstanding.
Oh yeah.
Big
What
time.
time is it, Jay?
I have no clue, dude. I'm on the East Coast, so it's late.
Someone tell us what time it is right now.
I'm just saying I'm not near as up, and that's fine. Sooners to win. I agree, man. Jeremy, we can't sit here and say we're optimistic, can you?
Jay, if Everett and Schaefer played next year, it'd be a horrible season. I don't think they're going to be the guys.
Bro, and Woody locked down his side. I will say that. Woody
Washington was good.
Yeah, he played really well. He locked down his side. I agree. Gentry, not a whole lot tonight, but he's still I don't think is fully healthy.
Hey, look, Jay, look, there's a lot to talk about. We could be on here all night, but it's very late. It's very early, I guess you could say. Leo De
Appreciate that, Leo. We got a couple that we need to get to here.
Hey, listen, guys. Leo, we will still be on here every night. Just because football's over, we're going to be on here every night. So we hope you continue to be with us. Leo, thanks for the super so much.
Appreciate you, Leo.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, what I was going to say is, look, a lot to talk about tomorrow night. We need all you on here tomorrow night. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so.
Yeah,
we're going to hear about
9:30.
It's actually tonight. Yeah, tonight at 9:30. We'll hear about people breaking down, maybe entering the portal or NFL draft or things like that. But wait, one more here. Be brutally honest, guys. Okay, here's my percentage, Crystal. I'll say 75%. I think BB's the guy. I will say he's already changed the culture, and that's what I said, Hunter. 75%. He's already changed the culture. He's got to get better at game management, and I'm really happy with what BB has done in the program. I'm not going to sit here. There's some things that need to change, but I think he's the guy to do it.
Crystal, let me answer it. First off, I want to say thank you. You're a rock star. I really appreciate you so much to this channel. You mean a lot to the channel. Hey, I would agree with Jeremy a lot about 75, 80%, but I will say this. Next year, at the end of the year, I think we'll know a lot more of what the percentage will be. And I'm not saying they have to go 9-2 or 10-2 for me to think he's the guy. I'm just saying improvement wise. And if they go backwards, then I think you got to, I think right now you can't, I mean, you can question it if you want, I get it, but I still think the percentage is pretty high that he's the guy.
Look, here's what I would say for my final thoughts, Jay. Jackson Arnold made some plays that I thought unbelievable. And I expected that from him. I think he's going to be as advertised. This game does not change my opinion one bit. He made a few bad plays, but he was really good compared to what they have as far as at the offensive line. The offensive line was the problem tonight, the main problem, in my opinion. Farouk's plays were game changers. The offensive line was the major problem tonight. I think other than that, Jay, they got some guys. They got some good things going into next year. I'm excited about it.
And let's get to this House Money Productions. We talked about this during the Gage Armon group chat. Anderson, Thompson, Anthony, Pettaway, and Gibson with JA. Y'all crazy to think this offense won't set records. 100% agree. What they have in the wide receiver room and running back room with Jackson Arnold is going to be elite. Now they just got to get the O-line figured out. But they are going to have a great offense. I think so.
And you had a new coordinator, new quarterback, 3 new linemen. I don't know why the fact that they put 575 yards up with 6 turnovers. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good. a night considering. So, look, there's so much to talk about, Jay. We could talk forever, but I just want to say before we get off here, a huge thanks to everyone that's been on this tonight, but not just tonight, really in general. We have a lot of viewers who our community, our family. We appreciate you being on here. Emotion sometimes gets the best of us,
And
but
that's
we'll be
fine.
back.
That's fine. Bring it. I think that's
Bring
great.
it.
The emotion
Bring
part
it.
of it's great. That's what it's here for, man. So.
We love it, and we'll be on every night at 9:30. But again, thanks so much, guys, for everything, for the supers. I'm going to miss someone unless Hunter wants to roll them up there. PJ Adebore did play tonight. I thought he was better. Josh,
There it is.
House
Josh,
Money
House Money, big time
Productions.
tonight. House Money, Chief T-Bird,
Chief
big time.
T-Bird a couple times. Crystal,
appreciate you. Leo, Tanya, always. I mean,
so much.
Really appreciate y'all. And yeah, listen, we're gonna wake up. I'm gonna say tomorrow, but it's actually gonna be today. This morning in a couple hours. I gotta be up at 5, so I'll be up pretty soon. I might as well just sleep in my car. It is gonna be. We're gonna wake up. Sun's gonna come out tomorrow. We got a good off season. Hey, I'm not gonna sunshine pump anything. We got to see improvement, but it's okay. Listen, Jackson Arnold's first game. It's under his belt now. Now we move forward. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. And Rick, thanks for the super.
Thanks, Rick.
Appreciate you
so much.
Hey, we wish everyone a happy New Year, but we'll see you before the New Year because you'll be on tonight at 9:30. There's no other place to be. Get on here tonight. Thank you. A bad loss, but excited for the offseason, for the upcoming move to the SEC. Lots to be excited about even after watching the game tonight. So thanks again, guys. Appreciate you all, guys and gals. Till next time. Boomer.
Sooner.